the way she explains it is that she has made this post on the basis of social media rumors. The ones who publish social rumors are actually those who are showbiz reporters. So the article of the resignation, and I can see on the following post, there has been no effort, Mr. Chair, to actually verify. May I ask the resource person again, Mr. Chair, after learning, have there been any efforts on your part to rectify or to correct the impression that you said you've articulated in your social media post?
Mr. Chair, can I answer this, sir? He's belaboring the point that this is news. It was not news. The reason I said daw was that it was not news, but for me, that if this was true, and you could read it in my post, if totoo ito, please don't do it. I did not say, you can make a difference, you can make a distinction if you were trained in journalism between establishing something and saying, if this is true, please don't do it, and announcement, many policemen have resigned. That's the difference. I wanted to predicate what I wrote with something that was daw because it was a reminder to our policemen that please do not leave us, please think it through, that you can do more inside. So sir, for me, it was more an opinion piece based on the general impression of when I wrote it.
So now it's an opinion piece, Mr. Chair. That's how she's referring
on
it.
Facebook are opinion pieces.
So,
Mr.
Chair, this would be my last point. Would you agree, Mrs. Crescent, if you would, I would be so direct that what you've written on your post is simply somebody's ranting, sensationalizing a rumor heard on social media without no effort to verify, with simply the effort to create some questions or to insinuate a situation that would actually affect national security. Because that's how you explained it. You simply sensationalized a rumor you heard online without considering, without even taking the effort to verify, and without considering the possible effects on national security on a matter that is very sensitive given the political situation of the country right now. And you feel no responsibility whatsoever to the 10,000 impressions or readers that who may be influenced by the opinions that you raised. You really don't care about what people will do or say or take after reading your post. Is that correct, Mrs. Crescent?
Mr. Chair, I will reply now. Okay, sir, I do not feel any responsibility because my conscience is clear. It was not phrased as news. It was something,
Mr. Chair, sir. I agree na. I'm not saying, I agree with what you're saying. It's not news. But you simply sensationalized on social media a rumor that you've heard or read or whatsoever without any effort to verify it as a responsible social media user, and without consideration that given your following, the people who read and actually listen to you, on a matter that's sensitive to national security.
Mr. Chair,
Walang pakialam kung anong gagawin at iisipin ng mga tao. Sa sinulat ni Crescent Chu, naniniwala yung mga tao, bahala maniwala sila hindi. Wala kang pakialam doon.
Mr. Chair, may I already reply? The fact that the PNP felt there was a need to issue a clarification meant it was not me who thought about it, but it was the general sentiment of a lot of people because there were a lot of posts going around. I never claimed to have a first-hand information about this. That's why it was very important to me to say,
but neither did you, Mr. Chair, neither did you say also in the same post that I do not have a first-hand information about this. Diba?
Yes, Mr. Chair, that was why I said daw, and it was not first as a news,
3 words
but,
is not,
but for me as a reminder to our policemen, sir.
Okay, granted arguendo that that's the case, no? Now that the PNP has actually explained, and you even hear General Torres say, Mr. Chair, Mrs. Chris said that it's not true. Are you willing to apologize for anybody who may have thought wrongfully? You should say you claim is not your attention. Are you willing to apologize to those who may have thought or have taken your statement as truthful and factual?
Sir, I will not apologize only because if you read the entire post, it was to support the PNP and it was a good post. It was not news. So, sir, I'm sorry if you think if
Mr. Chair, I'm saying, aminado naman ho ng resource person na nakuha lang niya yung chismis sa social media. 'Di ba? Tapos ginawa niya ng buong kwento na yung mga police, this and that. That I would leave it to you because that's your opinion, calling on the police for whatever. But I'm asking you now the police itself, the police organization, officially, and General Torre has now confirmed that, saying that there has been no mass resignation. Are you willing to rectify? Because many would have read your statement and read it without the doubts. Maybe some people actually, we have more than 30 clippings of your post, and people in their comments actually take in your statements as truthful. Now you're presented with an example that your statement has been debunked officially by the police and General Torre, who's here with us, are you still not willing to correct yourself officially?
Sir, Mr. Chairman, in my training for journalism, the DAO is
You know,
very important, sir.
Mr. Chair,
And
the
also,
problem
sir,
with our
to
resource
our
person is
police,
she
sir,
claims to be a journalist whenever it's convenient, and a private person whenever it's convenient. And if you go back to my opening, my manifestation earlier, Mr. Chair, that's actually the problem that we have today. You have people who are able to amplify issues without being bound by the canons of journalism.
Yan. Yan. So, kita nyo guys, no? So, palusot ng palusot si Crescent, mga kaibigan, no? At yun nga, pinag-apology siya ni Congressman Jude Asidre. Pero siya po ay talagang at first, no, mga kaibigan, siya po ay talagang kung ano-anong pinapaikot-ikot niya, ang dami niyang mga justification doon sa kanyang action. Pero the fact na yung kanyang pinost ay kinuha nga lang niya, no, sa social media, at pagkatapos ginawan lang niya ng kung ano-anong kwento na hindi naman niya na-verify. So, ito ay nakakasira at ito mga kaibigan ay nakakapag-cause ng takot, no, sa mamamayang Pilipino. Hindi lang takot, kundi iisipin ng mga ibang mga madaling maniwala na ay ganito na pala ang gobyerno at wala na palang kontrol ang ating Pangulo. So, naalala niyo mga kaibigan, nung Sunday, di ba, yan po ang topic namin sa vloggers ng Bagong Pilipinas. Yan po ang topic namin. Na maging yung mga OFW abroad ay natatakot kasi nga dahil dito sa kanilang mga pinapakalat na kesyo merong mass resignation yung mga kapulisan. No? So, kung titingnan natin mga kaibigan, napakalaki ng porwisyo itong mga taong ito, itong mga tinatawag na mga influencer vloggers ng mga DDS. Ang laki ng kanilang porwisyo sa ating bansa. Hindi sila nakakatulong, nakakagulo pa sila mga kaibigan. Hindi po katulad namin na kami pong mga pro-admin vloggers, kami po ay tumutulong sa pamahalaan para ipaalam sa mga tao kung ano ba ang nangyayari sa gobyerno at kung ano ba ang mga proyekto ng gobyerno. At the same time, kami po ay nagdi-debunk ng mga fake news ng mga DDS vloggers. No? So, yan po ang pagkakaiba ng mga PBBM or pro-admin vloggers at nitong mga vloggers na to, mga influencers na to ng mga DDS. Kasi sila po yung tagapakalat ng mga fake news. No? So, yan mga kaibigan, no? At eto pa. Okay. So, nasa pang-apat na tayo.
Such matter actually affect national security and affect our society as a whole. And I think in this case, this is something that
Tapos ito.
I think this is the reason also why people follow, they like, they comment your post because they agree with your posts.
probably, yes, I think so.
And you think
But just to clarify, I also have people who go to my post just to oppose what I say. So it's not as if it's an echo chamber. It's not, because there are people who go to my page and there are people who are trolls. And when you look at their accounts, those are new accounts, lock profiles, and they say the same thing. So it's not there's no echo chamber in today's social media because there are trolls on pages and there are people who oppose what you say.
it's good that you pointed that out, but let me ask, do you think in your engagement with those who are posting with your post, no, you think that the content of your post actually influence the minds of other social media users? Have you ever found yourself quoted, reposted, shared in other social media accounts?
Yes, they are. But I always maintain that they would not be reading my page if they were not already feeling or thinking what I'm feeling. And a lot of the feedback that I get is that people saying, you articulate what I am feeling, except that I do not have the words or the talent to say that. So I think majority of my readers are those people who want to express their frustrations or express their hopes and are not just, I do not have my writing skills.
It's good that you mentioned about feedback. So, have you ever received feedback that people are actually saying it's good that you exposed this, that you wrote about this because I'm learning, I get to know what's happening, I get to understand the issue more?
Yes, but that's not specific to social media. I am an editor, and if I write articles for the newspaper, it's always all the articles that you write, whether they're for social media or for traditional media, you're writing it to expose, inform, entertain, empower.
But let me go back to the social media. Let me limit to the social media posts. Have you ever received feedback saying that they have learned, they're thankful that you have exposed, they have learned something, they've been influenced by the information that you posted in your social media account?
Sir, I do not think that I am at the level of investigative journalist who have exposed something. I just say what I. Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm not the kind of journalist who can do exposés. So, unless it's something of my personal knowledge, I don't think that somebody has thanked me for exposing something.
So are you sure that in your social media post, whether in your previous posts or not, you have not exposed any public official or agency of the government whatsoever? Remember, you're under oath.
Not that I remember, and I know that I'm under oath. I don't remember anything exposing a public. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in my job for Manila Bulletin, not on my page. So I am more protected by my office.
I will go back to the question. Ibig sabihin ba, sa social media posts mo, wala kang sinabi na nag-i-expose ka sa sino mang opisyal o ehensya ng gobyerno tungkol sa in the conduct of their official duties?
I don't remember any exposés I've done.
Mr. Chair, is it possible that the committee subpoena Meta for a copy? I understand that Meta keeps a digital copy of all the postings over a considerable time. I move that we subpoena the social media posts of Mrs. Crisette Chu.
There's a motion. Any second?
Lagot ka.
Any objection? There being none,
Ang
motion.
dami ng posts. Lagot ngayon siya, mga kababayan. Makikita yung mga posts niya. No? Nalala ko nung hindi pa niya dinida-activate yung kanyang account. Dumadaan sa aking newsfeed. And then binabasa ko. Ang sumasagi sa isip ko, ano ba tong tao na to? Parang napaka below the belt na yung mga pinagsusulat. At talaga namang hindi na talaga maganda at talagang makikita mo na mga fake news, mga paninira lang. So, na-ask ko or nasabi ko sa sarili ko na, ano ba itong taong to? Saan ba ito nanggagaling? Ano ba yung hugot nito? Bakit gano'n na lang yung kanyang paninira? No? Lalong-lalo na mga guys, no? Dami din yung mga sinulat tungkol kay Speaker Martin. Madami yung sinulat, mga kaibigan, tungkol kay Speaker Martin. So ngayon siguro talagang kaya maring takot siya, kaya din niya-activate niya ang kanyang account. Kasi makikita nga talaga sa dami ng kanyang mga posts, mga kaibigan, talagang mga hindi mo talaga masikmura. No? So, eto mga kaibigan, itong mga ganitong klaseng influencer, vlogger na walang accountability. Kita nyo guys yung sinasabi niya na merong mga tao na nagkokomento at nagpapasalamat kasi in-expose daw yung ganito, in-expose daw ang ganyan. So, ibig sabihin mga kaibigan, doon sa ginagawa niya ay nakakapag-ano na siya nakakapaghikayat siya sa mga tao. Na, ay, ito si ganito, ganyan yan. Ay, ito si ganyan ginagawa niya. Paano yan? Kung mali naman yung kanyang mga pinagsasabi tungkol doon sa tao na kanyang ina-expose. Tapos hindi man lang niya i-correct. Ang dami-dami ng mga naniwala. Ang dami-dami ng sa tingin nila ay talagang totoo. Pero hindi man lang niya kino-correct. Katulad na nga lang ng mga pinagpo-post niya tungkol kay Speaker Martin Romualdez. Nakitang-kita mong wala namang katotohanan. Diba? So, kaya yan, deactivated ang kanyang account kasi malamang takot siya na makita lahat ng kanyang mga pinopost na obvious naman na mga fake news. Diba? Okay. Ano pa?
I think this is the reason also why people follow, they like, they comment your post because they agree with your post. Any accountability, don't even, as the resource person has said, Mr. Chair, doesn't even feel responsible for the consequences of her statements. And I think we're treading on dangerous grounds here. Because as I said earlier, something that you repeat over and over again, for someone who has a following of 10,000 per impressions per post, 100,000, following 500,000 in her previous account and 200,000 in this current account, that's something that should be considered. Where do we draw the line between one statement and the accountability that he or she must bear for her readers? If this was a matter, Mr. Chair, and I'd like to wind up now, that affects my person, I wouldn't really mind because I think being criticized openly comes with the job that we have. It comes with being elected to public office. But when it is a matter of national security, when it is a time when the country should be protected rather than weakened by all these misinformation and disinformation, I think we need to draw the line. I think that's all for my question, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair, respectfully po, this is what I would like to say is why a lot of people are afraid to speak out and are afraid of this
Mr.
hearing.
Chair,
Kasi yun po yung sinasabing prior restraint na parang natatakot kami to speak out. Because sir, people are watching us. The Filipinos are watching us. And I
Mr.
know
Chair.
they're not stupid, sir. They know what
Mr.
they
Chair,
mean by
wait.
daw, what we say by
Ms.
daw.
Crisette, why? Do you feel threatened now?
Yes, sir.
Are we-
Yes, sir, because, sir, may I, yes, sir,
I think
feel
there are
threatened
many
now,
people
sir.
here. I don't think we are harassing you.
Sir, not you, sir. Mr. Asidre, sir. Because, sir, may I just share that we have a history because we are both from Leyte.
Anyway,
And, yes, sir, and I have
Mr.
been a
Chair, I
vocal
already,
critic, sir.
Mr. Chair, if
Ms.
I may.
Crisette, I think Representative Asidre has already finished his
Thank you, sir.
interpolation.
Sorry,
So
sir.
maybe
Mr. Chair, I already said in my opening statement that whatever she posted many things about me, but I would not discuss that. But I think criticisms like that, however unfair it is, comes with the territory of public service. But for someone to comment on national security for an issue that affects our country, I think that's when you draw the line. I don't think this is about silencing anyone. I don't think this is harassment, because why would you feel harassed when you believe that you've been saying the truth? Because no amount of harassment can ever drown the truth. But if you've been using such power and influence to sensationalize, to influence, to manipulate, adversely, without taking even responsibility for what you said or wrote, I think that's not silencing someone. That's just putting it right where personal responsibility should be upheld. And that's it, Mr. Chair.
before we continue, may the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of our senior deputy speaker, Aurelio Dong Gonzalez Jr. And online, we have Honorable Marie Escudero, Honorable Mitch Cayon, and
Hindi ka naman
Honorable
talaga
Dan
mahaharas eh. Kung
Fernandez.
wala ka namang ginawa.
The chair now recognizes Representative Benny Abante for his interpretation.
Kung tama ang
Thank you,
ginagawa.
Mr. Chair. I'd like to follow up the questions of Congressman Asidre to Ms. Crisette Laureta Chu.
Ako
Ms.
lagot ka, Crisette.
Crisette, will you
Sige na,
be
sige.
able to answer my question?
Congressman, Mr. Chair, yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know if Ms. Crisette actually wrote something about me. No, I don't remember her saying things against me. Have you ever made a statement against me, Ms. Crisette, at one time?
I'm not sure, sir, but I'm sure I've been hurt by some of the things that the Quadcom during the time of
Mr. Chair, you said you have been hurt.
Yes,
Why
sir.
are you hurt?
because sir,
Are you the ones being investigated? Why are you hurt?
no, sir, because I'm a supporter and I just want to be honest, sir.
Mr. Chair, what I'm saying is this: you are not being investigated. I'd like to ask a question. Why are you hurt?
Nahurt daw siya. Hindi naman ikaw ang inimbestigahan, di ba? Ano ba yan, mga kaibigan? Na-hurt daw si Crisette, hindi naman siya giniimbestigahan. Guys, no? So, kita mo na ano tuloy siya ni Congressman Abante. So, mga kaibigan, parang pinapalabas po ni Crisette na hinaharas sila ni Congressman Jude Asidre na hinaharas siya. Pero actually, mga kaibigan, tama yung sinasabi ni Congressman Jude Asidre na kung bakit mo nararamdaman na hinaharas ka at bakit ka naman ihaharas, di ba? Ay, mga kaibigan, sa totoo lang kung talagang siya ay walang isinusulat na mali, no? Tungkol dito sa mga congressman na to, pati kay Congressman Jude Asidre, hindi siya matatakot na magsalita at hindi siya matatakot na humarap sa Quadcom at hindi siya matatakot kung magsasabi lang talaga siya ng mga puro katotohanan. Sino nga naman ang makakapangharas sa'yo kung yung mga sinasabi mo naman ay mga factual at mga katotohanan na talagang yun talaga ang sinasabi mo at pinapanindigan. Diba? Walang makakapangharas sa'yo. Kaya napifeel mo na hinaharas ka kasi merong kumbaga, pinapaikot-ikot mo yung mga sagot mo at parang nakikita natin na medyo nag-i-evade ka, medyo natutumbok ni Kong Asidre yung sitwasyon, yung ginagawa mo, pero dinideny mo. Diba? Katulad na lang yan, yung ginawa niya ng issue, yung tungkol sa massive resignation di umano. O ngayon, nung siya ay na imbita dito sa TRICOM at siya ay tinatanong, nung sabi niya, gumamit naman daw siya ng salitang daw. At eto naman daw, sabi niya, ay kanyang ni-repost lang at kinomentuhan at hindi naman daw talaga galing sa kanya. O, diba? O, nung na-call out siya, marami na siyang mga reason, no? Kung ano yung nangyari. Pero ang totoo, mga kaibigan, ay marami na siyang nabudol at marami ng taong naniwala sa kanya. Diba?